think we're live now. It doesn't say I have anyone with me yet, so give it a moment. There's someone. Hello. So welcome to Monday Yoga Flow. I'm Christy. Thank you so much for joining me. We're going to be doing a lot of fun, different movements today in class. Opening up through the front and giving ourselves some little back bends, but also complementing that stuff with some core strengthening and forward folding type stuff. So a little bit of everything, working with arms and all kinds of stuff. So if you have any props you like to use, a block is always nice to have. I like to use a chair or a couch, something to like balance on when I'm at home if I need something like that. You can always use something that's handy or a wall. If you need extra padding for your knees or a blanket or anything like that to use anytime, feel free to add anything in that you want to. Make this practice your own. I also want to say, as we move through practice, you might not be doing everything exactly like me, and that's okay, because I give a lot of options and variations in my class. So I may be doing something a certain way, and then I might show a different way to do it, just so you have a little bit of an option, but you don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. Feel free to also move in any organic way that suits you so that you feel comfortable in the posture. So, and just because you can do something doesn't mean you should if you feel uncomfortable or you feel pain when you move into that position. So, seems like it's about to start storming here, and I see some lightning in here, thunder, so hopefully signal stays good. So thank you guys for joining me. We're going to stay in a little seated position to start out. So if you want to sit on a blanket or something, you can grab something like that. I think I'm going to sit on a blanket. Your legs can be crossed in any way that feels comfortable. They don't have to be stacked like mine. They can just be tucked like this. It just feels nice for my ankles to sit like this. So first we're just going to start by rolling out our shoulders. Oh yeah, first I want to mention about our little prize while we are rolling out our shoulders. I will announce the winner at the end of class, so stay tuned, move through this whole class with me, and then you get to celebrate together our winner of the nice yoga socks. So we'll, after we roll the shoulders, just kind of shrug them up and down, like tense them up, and then let them just relax all the way down to your side. And I can kind of see my screen, so if anyone has a comment or question, you can send it in and I'll do my best to respond to those. So we're going to start to move in through some movements with the spine. So just allow yourself to sit up nice and tall here for a moment. So really connect with your sit bones that are trying to rest into the ground. Let your legs relax down, let them be heavy. So if you find that they're scrunching up, see if you can bring some awareness into your legs and let them relax. Hands are going to come onto the thighs. And we're just going to start to circle out with our chest. So pretending like you're drawing a circle with your chest. So keeping the shoulders kind of relaxed and shoulder blades down the back. So circling out the chest. We'll go in both directions. So once you feel good one way, just circle it out the other way. Just kind of getting used to how you're feeling, noticing your breath and how you feel as you breathe in and move through this position. Nice. And we'll come back up towards center. Pause for a moment here and allow yourself to close the eyes down. Let the hands rest. And just check in with what you're feeling here. So just becoming aware, not judging about something feeling good or bad, but just noticing what might feel a little funny or strange, or what might feel relaxed. And then bring your awareness to your breath. Notice how it feels as it comes in through the nose. And as it moves in through the body, notice where you feel your breath moving in your body. Just becoming aware. We'll draw our attention to the breath as we move through class, so you may notice it in a different place or in a different way as we move through our practice. So just allow yourself right here to become familiar with it, to allow allow yourself to relax a little bit and invite the breath into the body. When we allow more oxygen to flow in, like really expanding the lungs and bringing as much fresh, clean oxygen in as we can, it nourishes the cells in our body. It also our system that it's okay to relax and actually can make you a little more flexible. So you can find more flexibility through just breathing deep, full breaths than you can by trying to push yourself into a position. So allow yourself here to make that connection. Once again, checking in, seeing if you can sit up nice and tall, relax your shoulders. See if you can keep your chin from lifting up really high or dropping your head down really low, and just make your chin level with the ground and maybe pull it back just a little so you feel the back here, almost like your throat, the front of your throat and the back of your neck are trying to squeeze towards each other, so find a little activation there. And really pull the breath in, so fill up all the way into your lungs, kind of force a little bit of breath in at the top here, and then as you exhale, squeeze all your breath out. Squeeze your belly. So we're kind of using muscle activation here to squeeze out the breath and expanding in. So that stretches out with that deep inhale and that exhale. When you squeeze and tense those muscles, it tones and firms the diaphragm and those intercostal muscles of the ribs. So it can really help aid in your breath, make it easier if you tone and activate those muscles. Just a couple more breaths here. And then turn those palms down and let that breath initiate your movement. As you inhale, you feel the chest lift open, tailbone kind of tips up. I'll turn to the side so you see. Like a seated cat-cow, arch through the back. As you exhale, drop your chin to your chest, kind of let your shoulders round forward. Draw your hip points up. So your tailbone's tipping up towards your chin as you tip your chin down. Inhale. Exhale. Just a couple more with your breath. Feeling the articulation, the movement in the spine. Trying to find each little vertebrae with the breath as you move. All right, and from here we're going to bend the knees, feet come to the floor. So you can still be facing the front of your mat. I just turned so you can see me. From here you can decide if you want your fingers to face towards you. We'll find this pose a few different times throughout class. So you can check out hand position and see if you want to change it up at any point if your wrists or your hands don't feel good. So ground down through your feet, push into the hands. We're going to find a reverse tabletop. So really try to push your hands down into the ground, activate through your arms, press through your feet, engage your glutes, lift your hips up, chin can pull towards the chest, or if it feels okay, you can relax the head back a little bit, but keep pressing the feet and hands down and away, lift through your chest and hips, one more breath here, exhale, lower down, nice job. We'll keep those knees bent as we come all the way onto our back. So just find your way all the way down. We're going to move into a little bit of core work here to get us nice and ready for the rest of our practice. So let your hands come behind your head, but let your elbows stay nice and wide. So we're not going to be rounding those up, at least not right now. As you exhale, you're going to keep those. You're going to bring your left elbow to your right knee. You're going to let your right knee just come up like this. Keep that knee at a 90-degree angle here. So as we exhale, we're going to keep the knee bent, and then we're going to transition to a straight leg with the arms straight. And you'll see what I'm doing. So if you want to watch first, you can. Inhale, deep breath in. Exhale, push your spine to the ground. Right shoulder stays down. Inhale, straighten the leg. Let it hover. Exhale, straighten the arm, reach to the outside. So we're alternating between bending the knee, elbow bend, and straight arm. So just a few rounds with your breath. Keep trying to push the spine down into the ground. Let your inhales reach you out nice and long. Exhales, squeeze everything together. Couple more. You've got it. Use your breath. Trying to keep those elbows wide. Lift your shoulder blade up off the mat of the arm that's reaching. Use your breath, couple more. Last one. And we'll hold with that straight leg. Squeeze everything in nice and tight. Reach with the arm, extend through the leg, squeeze your core, and relax. Elbows come down, push them into the ground, fists reach up to the sky, feet press down, lift your hips. Nice little release in the abs after that little movement, and we'll do one more on our backs like with a hip position. So since your hips are lifted, just let your hands come down. They're going to come underneath your hips, all right? That's a nice little transition there. See if you can kind of tuck your elbows underneath you so you're laying down sort of flat. Legs extend up to the sky. As you exhale, you'll hover your heels, and then you'll draw out to the sides like you're drawing a big circle. So exhale, hover, drawing that big circle they meet at the top. Exhale, inhale up. Sorry, Shiva. Exhale, inhale. Yeah, so using your breath, pressing the back into the hands. Couple more. Last one. Nice job. Good. Hug those knees in. Rock yourself up to a seated position. Be facing the front of your mat. Let that left knee stay bent. You'll grab behind the left knee and let it fall to the side as you straighten your right leg out. So you're in a little seated position here with your legs kind of wide. They don't have to be really wide, but they would be kind of a little, they're not like they're just straight out. So let there be some space if you need space. Feel this left knee drop down, feel it pressing down and away. So it opens. You're just like kind of letting it sit there. That's, you know, still might be doing something, but really bring some activation and awareness into this leg by trying to push it down and back. So you feel that energy in the legs and hips. Keep pushing this right leg down as well. Take a deep breath in. Feel your spine nice and long. And as we exhale, if you feel like rotating, the chest rotates towards your extended leg. It doesn't have to go all the way around, but maybe just a little. But if you want to stay facing center, you can. So deciding if you want to kind of turn. And as you exhale, keeping that spine nice and lifted. So pretending like you had a pole along your back, and we're going to hinge forward. So reach with your chest. Fingertips and hands press into the ground. Pull your elbows and your shoulders back. Keep pressing that left knee down and away. Pressing the right leg down into the ground. It's active. Maybe the toes are even pulling back towards your face. One more breath here. And bring it back up. We'll bring the soles of the feet together for a brief Baddha Konasana. Found angle or butterfly pose. From here, we're going to hold on to our ankles or the shins, wherever you need to, wherever you can grasp. And the feet can be as far away from you as they need to be. Find what feels best. Inhale. Hold on to your ankles. As you exhale, squeeze those shoulder blades. Lift the chest up. Let yourself kind of recline back so it looks like you're moving into like a little bit of press those legs down, knees press down, soles of the feet just lifting up, a really dynamic pose. One more breath and release. So we'll extend the opposite leg this time. Sole of the right foot comes towards that thigh. All right, everybody. So decide which position you want with your chest, but keep as you feel it push down and back. So you feel that opening through the front. Pressing down through your hips. Great job. Hands come to the outsides of your hips. Deep breath in. Feel the nice straight spine as you exhale, hinging forward. Lead with your chest. If you find yourself rounding, just come a little bit out of it. It helps me to tuck my chin to kind of keep a nice straight spine. Position and allow it to move into the areas that feel tight. You can even just visualize the tissues of your body expanding as you breathe. One more deep, full breath here. Nice job, bringing it back up. Good. We're going to bring the legs through to come onto our hands and knees. So just kind of passing through a cross-leg pose, moving past hands and knees and turning to my side so you can see. Toes come together. You can decide if you want your hips to release. You can bring your knees apart. If you want to feel a stretch in your low back, leave your knees together. And then sit your hips back towards your heels. Relax your forehead. Pull your arms back alongside your feet. Take a breath here. If your hips and your heels make a connection, if there's a lot of space, see if you can find some kind of pillow or a blanket or even an extra mat or something to fill that gap. Really allow the spine to release, so let the head relax down as much as it can. Shoulders release. One more deep, full breath here. I'm going to make sure I don't have any questions. All right. All right, awesome. Let's see any questions. Okay. So we're just going to lift our head up enough to where we can bring our arms forward and thread our right arm underneath our left. So we're just going to reach that arm across the body. We don't want to pull it all the way out of the socket and let the whole shoulder get sloppy. So kind of tuck that shoulder blade in and down and just let the arm sort of come across so you start to feel a little bit of sensation or stretch. It's not going to be a whole lot here at the very beginning. It's going to be really subtle. But as you allow yourself to release the weight of your body onto this arm, relax your head down and use those breaths to help stretch the body. So just allow yourself to come into awareness of like the most subtle movement of your tissue here as you become heavy. Let the head drop onto the arm and breathe. One more here, letting the mind be still, using the breath to help bring that awareness back into the practice, your body, the movement, and your sensations. Slowly coming back up. We're just going to switch sides, so take your time. Sometimes these little poses that don't have a whole lot of major something going on can be a little challenging because our mind wanders and we want to, have something draw our awareness back by being a focus of sensation maybe. So just see if you can let the mind relax. Any thoughts that pass through, they're okay. It's okay that they happen. But just let them be more like a cloud in the sky or a wave on the ocean. It's there. You can see it. A wave, you can hear it. You might even feel it, but you can't control it. So just let it happen. Don't get wrapped up in it. One more breath. Slowly untwist yourself. We're going to make our way to tabletop. So really take a moment here to set yourself up for success in your tabletop because this grounded pose with the hand translates into your downward dog, and you want the same kind of awareness through the hands and fingers. So really spread your hands nice and wide, fingers as far apart from each other as they can, like pizza slices. So press those down into the ground and look like you could put little slices of pizza between your fingers, which makes me really hungry. Press the ground away from you. So you're really activating your arms and you're feeling like you could twist them out and away from you, but you're not actually moving them, but you're pushing them out and you're feeling your biceps rotate out and away as you activate the arms. Also activates the chest. And it keeps the weight from dumping into your wrist, so it really helps protect your wrist. Hips are over your knees, and the spine is straight. Take a breath here. And when you feel ready, we're going to lift up that right leg and extend it back. See if you can continue to find balance in the hands, even weight distribution between the hands, pressing down into the grounded shin. Bend into that right knee and we'll move through some hip circles flow, so really opening up that hip, both directions, just kind of quickly passing through some motion there. Nice, extend that leg straight back, opposite hand forward, spinal balance, take a deep breath here. And as you exhale, you can bend into that knee, maybe reach around for the foot. You can decide if you want a quad stretch, pull the heel towards the glute, but keep lifting up the knee. And if you want more of a chest opener, you can pull the foot away as you push the hand into the foot and open up through the chest and the arm. One more breath. Switch sides. That hand and foot comes down. Left foot extends back behind you. Bend into your knee. Find that range of motion in your hip. Circle it around both directions. Still trying to find even weight through the hands. Nice. Extend the leg behind you. Opposite arm reaches in front. Even though the leg and arm are reaching, pull the limbs back into their sockets. Squeeze them in. Bend into that knee. Maybe you reach for the foot. Doesn't have to make it there, but just kind of find some opening and energy in that direction. Again, you can decide, quad stretch, open up through the heart, a little of both. And release the hand and foot. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, press back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath. Exhale, let it go. Walk those feet forward towards the hands, moving into some standing positions, getting a little bit warmer here. Reach up, look up as we exhale, forward fold. Lift up halfway, exhale, plant the hands, step it back to your plank pose. You can lower here, knees, belly, chest, solid plank of wood, or you can always come to a knees down plank at any time. All the way to the ground, lift the chest up, keep squeezing the shoulders back, or elbows back, shoulders down, and transition to your downward dog. However you need to get there, take a deep breath. Inhale, right leg lifts. Step the foot in between the hands, lower to your knee. Take a deep breath here. We're going to bend that back knee. So we're going to reach around with that right hand for that left foot. They may or may not meet. Breathe here. Exhale, the hand comes back down. We shift those hips back over the heel. Lift the fingertips up as we straighten through the front leg. So fingertips might come to the shin so that your spine stays straight. We don't want to be rounded. We want to stay nice and straight from the tailbone to the top of the head. One more breath. Bring the hands back down. So we're going to move through a little bit of a flowing position here. Lunge. So the fingertips are down, and we're going to straighten our front leg as we. So your version of this, it might not look like mine. Your version of straight with the front leg, that knee can be a little bent. Breath, opening up those hips and getting into those hamstrings. One more breath. Back. Bring it forward. We'll toss the back toes, lift the knee for a lunge, reach those arms up. And we're going to ground through that front foot as you exhale. Reach those arms forward. Hover your belly over your thigh. Pull the core in nice and tight and start to balance on that front foot. Lift the back leg up. Engage it. Squeeze the thigh into the bone, the calf in. Toes back towards the shin. Extend through your heel. One more breath. Bring it back down. Exhale, the hands come down. Step back to your plank pose. Move through that vinyasa. Lower down, knees, belly, chest. Solid plank of wood. Hello, blanket. Inhale, lift that chest up. Exhale, find downward dog. Take a breath. Opposite foot this time. Maybe your left, maybe not. Lower onto that knee. Take a breath here. When you feel ready, maybe you start to bend into that knee first. And then the opposite arm can reach up and around. Maybe it meets the foot, maybe it doesn't. Can always use a strap here as well. Keep squeezing those inner thighs towards each other. fingertips down, moving through that flow with our breath. Shifting back to that kind of pyramid pose, rebending to your lunge. Keep squeezing those thighs and glutes. The toes pull back towards the shin and try to keep a straight spine. Good job. Last one. Down knee. Get yourself ready. You know what's coming now, so we straighten the back leg, lifting the knee, reach those arms up. Engage that core. It's going to help you fire up the legs. If we keep them turned on when we move into this pose, it'll stay a lot easier. You won't have to struggle as much. So keep your legs fired up as you start to hinge forward. Belly hovers over the thigh. Keep breathing. Pushing your left foot into the ground. When you're ready, maybe you find your warrior three. Lift up that back leg. Engage your back leg. Squeeze your glutes. One more breath. Exhale, bring it down. And hands come down to either side of that foot. Find your plank pose. Move through your vinyasa. All the way down. Lift the chest up. Find downward dog. Take a breath. Nice. And start to walk those hands back towards your feet. Forward fold. Inhale brings it all the way up. Hands to heart center. Pause for a moment. Find yourself grounded into those feet. We're going to hug our left foot, our left knee up towards the chest. And we're going to try to take a nice big, really long step towards the front of our mat, coming in to our knee. Good job. Reach those arms out in front of you, and then we're going to, with energy in our arms, keep squeezing the shoulder blades towards each other. We're going to rotate our chest and our arms over to the left. So exhale, inhale. Just a couple rounds, squeezing everything. So you're allowing the engagement of your muscles to twist you. You're not just twisting you. Keep those inner thighs squeezing together. One more. Nice job. Hands come down. Bend into that back knee one more time. Reach back. Exhale. Keep the hand reaching back. Maybe it even moves up towards the sky as you tuck your back toes. Lift that knee. So now we're in this twisted lunge. I'll show you from this side. Like this. Take a breath. As you inhale, feel like someone has your wrist, and they're going to lift you up as your front hand comes all the way up off the ground. Your right hand lifts. Reach those arms in opposite directions. Keep squeezing your inner thighs towards each other. Try to lift up through the back thigh, your right thigh. Good. Flip your front palm. Your right palm flips towards the sky and reverse it back. Breath. Good. So we're going to keep firm in that front foot, and as we exhale, we're going to rotate all the way around to the right, long edge of the mat. Right foot spins, so the right pinky toe, edge of the foot is down. You can adjust your feet. Turn to face you. Good. So if you need to, you don't have to stay where you kind of landed in a lot of these positions. You might need to readjust. So you'll want your left heel to kind of intersect the right arch or right heel of the back foot. Bend into your front knee. Find those arms again. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale. One more breath here. Inhale. We're going to reverse. Straighten through your front leg. Left palm flips. Reach it back. Keep squeezing your glutes and press down through. Inhale back. We're going to move not really necessarily something you have to do. You can also use a block, your chair. If you want to bend into that top knee and reach for the foot, find a variation here. Stay strong in that grounded leg. Keep pushing that foot down. Sometimes it wobbles, but really connect with that big toe mound. One more breath. And release the foot. We're going to start to square the hips off to the front. Or square the hips off towards that front leg. So the toes turn down, both hips turn towards the ground. We'll lift towards a warrior 3. Nice. So however you need to transition, if you need to come out and get back in, that's okay. Nice job. One more breath. I'll turn to face the other way so you can see what happens next. Start to relax towards the floor. The fingertips start to reach. Head hangs heavy. Drop the crown of the head. Squeeze your glutes. Squeeze that lifted leg. Standing splits. Drop the head and chest. If you want, you can find another variation with that leg. You can bend the knee and reach for the foot with the opposite hand. Lift the knee towards the sky. Push your grounded foot down. Keep dropping the head. One more breath. And release. Lift yourself up to standing, knee to chest. Ooh, maybe you wobble. Ooh. And the foot comes down. Pause for a moment. Deep breath in. Reach up, look up. Exhale, those hands come down. Make your way back to a downward dog. And walk those hands back to meet the feet. Come all the way up to standing. Roll the shoulders down. Nice job, everybody. We have one more side. One leg may feel a little more on fire and activated, so just notice how the body feels a little different and where your breath is. Good. Grounding down through your right foot or the opposite foot. We're going to take a nice big step forward towards a lunge. And lower down. Good. I think I did the opposite, the wrong side. So I'm going to redo. There we go. That's my foot that needs to go forward. So if you found that you need to switch sides too, you can do that. Good. So from here, those hands come out in front. We're going to do those little rotations to the side. So lots of activation here, squeezing those shoulder blades towards each other. The chest lifts. It's like your arms might even be shaking with the energy that you're bringing in by squeezing those fists. Exhale. Twist to the right, back to center. Keep squeezing those inner thighs towards each other. Good. All right, last one. Nice. Hands come down. Inhale, open it up. You can reach for that back foot again. If you want to bend into your left knee, maybe reach for the foot with that hand. A little twisting lunge. Keep breathing. Keep pressing into that hand that's on the ground. And release. Keep the arm lifting to the sky. Tuck your back toes. Lift the knee. Find your breath. As we inhale, we lift up. Twisted crescent. Flip your left palm, reach it up to the sky. Back hand kind of relaxes towards the back thigh, but keep lifting that back thigh to the sky. One more breath. And start to rotate around, open to your left long edge of your mat, warrior 2. So your right toes are still facing the front short edge. Your back toes are facing the long edge. And if you need to adjust your feet so that front heel intersects the middle of that foot or the heel, find that so that you're comfortable. Reach those arms nice and wide. Reach for your extended side angle, warrior 2. Find the breath. Turn to face you. As we inhale, reverse the triangle, straighten through the front knee. Flip the front palm up and back. Squeeze the glutes together. Push the feet down. Inhale, lift it up. Keep trying to send your back hip out and away. that triangle pose. Good, so you can stay here. If you want to balance, start to bend to that front knee as you move into half moon. Ooh. Some days are good days for balance and some days aren't. It definitely is something to cultivate, but it doesn't work out. So if you want to start with fingertips to the ground or block, you can. But just try to keep your spine straight. Try to open up through the front, so don't let that hip roll down. Open it up. Stack the top hip on the bottom. One more breath. If you want to find that variation, bending into that top knee. Open through the chest. Good. And transitioning to that warrior three pose. Can let go of that front leg, kind of lifting yourself up. Bearing off the hips. Use the breath here. And that's our transition towards standing splits. Keep lifting that top leg up, heel lift, squeeze the glute. Let the head drop, relax the chest. Push into grounded leg. Breathing, maybe you bend that top knee. Opposite hand reaches for the foot maybe. Keep lifting the knee towards the sky. Try to relax your neck and head as much as you can. One more breath. And release that foot. Take your time to lift back up through standing. Ooh. Face the front, let the foot come down. Nice, reach up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center, take a breath. Nice, we're gonna come down to our seat. So just making your way down. Since we got the back nice and warmed up, we just have a few more minutes. We'll move through a little back bend before we go into Shavasana and finish any final poses. So we'll keep our knees bent. I'll show you a bridge pose and then a wheel pose. One's a little more active. You can decide where you want to go. So we did kind of a bridge pose earlier. So you kind of tuck those elbows in, press into the feet, lift your hips. Press your hands and arms down. I'm trying not to turn my head and neck. You try not to as well because it can compromise your neck health, so try not to look left or right. So lift those hips up, press the shoulders and feet down. And you don't have to pull your chin to your chest, but relax it a little. Squeeze your glutes. Lower down. You can stay with the bridge. You can move to a supported variation, which I'll show you. So we're going to lift back up. If you want supported, watch me first do it. So the supported version is kind of how we did it with our elbows bent. So you push your hips up, you bend your elbows, you wiggle them underneath you. If you don't have a block, this is what you do. If you have a block, you nestle it under you. If you don't, you just let your hands rest under your sacrum. You can also turn your hands like so with your fingers facing underneath you and find a variation with the legs lifted, if that sounds good to you, just a variation. So, if you want to find wheel pose, you move from your bridge pose, hands come behind by your shoulders, fingertips face you. Keep those hips lifted, and you push into your hands to find your wheel pose. Actively pushing hands and feet down and away. Reverse of your downward dog. One more breath. Slowly lower it down. Bend into those knees. Keep the feet on the ground in the back, neutral for a moment. So press the spine down into the ground in the back of the head. Close the eyes. Walk the feet out to the edges of your mat and drop both knees down to the left. Maybe you even that left foot to the top of the right knee. So look like that. A little bit of an internal stretch on that leg. Deep full breaths. Maybe you're feeling your heartbeat. Relax the shoulders. Relax the face. That ankle's on top of the knee, remove it. Let the knees come back towards center. Readjust the back so it feels nice and flat. Take a deep breath. Exhale, knees to the other side. Maybe it's the right, maybe it's not. Take a breath. If you want to add that foot on the knee, you can do that here. Just relax. Let the breath move where it needs to go by allowing your tissues to expand with your breath. And then you relax into that space as you exhale. Last one here. Back to center. Any final movements you need here? Happy baby, if you just want to give yourself a little squeeze, or maybe you're ready for Shavasana and you just let yourself lay. Be here for a couple of breaths, or a few breaths, not just a couple. But relaxing yourself here, giving yourself permission to relax. Letting the body and the mind just kind of drift in this peaceful space. Letting the breath fill your awareness. Imagine it like a wave as each breath comes in. It's like an ocean wave washing away anything that you don't need. Any remaining stress and tension is washing away with each inhale and exhale. In and goes out. When it comes in, it brings peace and joy and relaxation, and you feel that wash over you, and when it leaves, it takes with it any agitation, frustration, any worry or doubt. Just continue to feel the space in your body as you breathe. One more deep, full breath all the way in, all the way out. Taking yourself back up, wiggling fingers and toes, maybe circling out wrists and ankles, dropping the head side to side. Rolling to one side and gently allowing yourself to come up to a seated position. No rush to get there. Just take a moment to notice how you feel as you start to come back into awareness of the body and moving and seeing what's going on. I'm so grateful to share time with you. Even though we are separated by some space, it's still definitely very therapeutic and helpful for me to be able to connect with people in any sort of way. So I thank you for sharing your time and your energy with me. It's truly a joy and an honor to lead you through this practice. The light, the love, and the truth in me sees and honors the light, the love, and the truth in you. Om, peace, namaste. Thank you, everyone. And I'm going to announce the winner. Yay! So the winner of our yoga socks giveaway is Alania Alspec. And our Fit and Rec people will reach out to you, I believe via Facebook, and give you all the details and get with you about getting your prize to you. So thank you again, everyone who participated, and there are definitely going to be more giveaways coming up. So make sure you like the Facebook page for Fit and Rec and share with your friends. And I look forward to seeing you here every Monday through the rest of the semester. This is going to be a regular thing. So I really want to give you what you want. So if there's anything that you want to work on in this class, or any pose you want to try or do, or movement you're wanting to see, please reach out to me, leave a message, a comment on the video, or you can find my Facebook page, send me a message or whatever. Reach out to me. I want to give you what you want. I'm here for you. So yeah, thank you for sharing time with me. Have a wonderful evening, and